Hello again. Hey, how you doing tonight? So another day. Today's now the 5th of January. And guess what came out today on Netflix? The end of the fucking world, apparently. Who knew? I guess that's when the world ends. Is January 5th, 2018. For you who don't know what it is, it's a new Netflix series based off of a graphic novel. I sadly have not got around to reading the novel, but definitely after watching the first episode, I'm very much ready to read the novel. I will say it's very dark, but very comedic. I'll say it captures a really good essence of being in one's mind. And I love that. Great. Sorry, I will tell you right now, there's going to be some spoilers because I'm going to bring up moments in the show. But I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch more episodes of it. But just the fact of showing what each person is thinking in the show just overall is fantastic. For you who don't know, it's let's see, the easiest way to sum up the show. Basically, it seems to be you have a boy who is maybe a screw loose. We don't fully know why. He starts off talking about how his basically shows that his dad is, without being it, his dad's kind of an asshole, kind of a prick, but like he's more of like he's kind of a, you know, talks about how he has how he has no sense of humor. He starts to talk about how the world is very different, that he believes that he's a psychopath. When he was younger, he took the neighbor's cat and killed the neighbor's cat. Granted, that's a little much. My girlfriend didn't like that very much. She's a very big cat lady. He's definitely a little cuckoo, but he talks about how he's ready to kill something much bigger, maybe a human. Then it goes to her. She has issues with her life. Looks like her mom is trying to have the perfect life with her new boyfriend who makes a lot of money, and they have twins and everything's great. She's the off child of a former lover, and she's kind of just the unwanted child. So her life's a little suckish. Plus, she doesn't like being normal. She doesn't like being in the it crowd. So it's kind of cool to see her wanting to be different. So that's cool. But basically, she goes and tries to find the weirdest person she can. Right off the bat, she finds him. He thinks, well, she's new, she's weird, she could be fun to kill. She looks at him and goes, he's weird, I don't know, I could maybe fall in love with him. So they've decided to get together. He decides by making out with her, asking her out on a date. He kind of realizes after the date that he may have bit off a little more than he could chew, because she's definitely a bit crazy. But he doesn't mind it. He seems to kind of like it without realizing it. Probably because he hasn't really felt too much of happiness or joy, so he probably doesn't even realize he's experiencing that at the moment. You tend to see he might have a little bit of a dark past, maybe something to do with his mommy. When she comes over to the house, she sees a picture of his mom. He ends up telling her, oh, my mom's in Japan. I'm not sure if that's true, and if the mom is in Japan, maybe he has abandonment issues. Maybe she just left him alone. But I think there might be something more there. Not sure, though. But it's just funny. She's very, very outgoing. He's very like, okay, I'll roll with it. But, of course, his whole plan is to kill her. Her whole plan is to find someone that she can hang out with and be with. And it's funny because, her thoughts in her head are like, I felt really safe with him. The next scene is him sharpening his knife because he's still planning on trying to kill her, supposedly. But it's pretty good. I like how they ended it with him punching his dad and stealing the car as they tried to go. It definitely shows that he may still be a little crazy, but I think like she's going to help him not be so crazy, but I think he might be able to help her not be so crazy. And that could be cool, because he's about to kill her, and she's like, let's run away. And he decides, in his thoughts, he's like, well, I was in no rush. So I think without realizing it, he's liking her. He just doesn't realize it yet, because he doesn't know what liking is. So hopefully that'll be awesome. The End of the Fucking World. That's the name of it. you haven't had a chance, check it out. Definitely wouldn't recommend for children, but still pretty good. So hopefully you guys are doing great today. It is Happy Friday, as they say, TGIF. Sorry, I'm not a basic white girl, but that's what they say. As I told you before, I'm going to try and start blogging a lot more. A lot of people tell me that that's what I need to do, that it would be very entertaining. So that's what I'm trying to do. So once again, I haven't had anyone comment, so I don't know what I should talk about. I could talk about a lot of things. Talk about what I watch. I could talk about the wall behind me. I will plan on talking about the wall behind me, but I'm waiting for someone to ask about the wall behind me. But no one has. So I'm sure somebody wants to know what this giant collection is. I do say collection because I have collected them. I like it. Either way, feel free, let me know. Other than that, I mean, another interesting day. I mean, you know, it's always fun to see what's going on. It was an interesting Saturday. A good buddy of mine that I've worked with for about a year now. I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy for him, but he's going to the Navy. He ships off, well, I don't know if he ships off, but he has to leave and go into all of his training, all that fun stuff, this next week. Very sad. I mean, I'm happy for him because I know this is something he's been really wanting to do, so that's awesome for him. Sad because, I liked working with him. Interesting guy, really cool dude, really fun guy to talk about music with. I really love talking to music with him. Anyone I could talk to music with, if you have a good taste in music and you just want to start talking to me about music, go ahead, shoot some things at me, because I promise you, I could spend hours talking about music, whether it's new music like Greta Van Fleet, which is basically just a ripoff of Led Zeppelin, which, oh my god, it doesn't matter, it's still amazing. Another band I really like that's kind of, in my opinion, very Robert Plantish is Rival Sons. If anyone's ever listened to Rival Sons, they're pretty badass. I love them. Those aren't my favorite bands. If you really want to know my favorite bands, it would be stuff like AC/DC. Sorry, I really do love AC/DC. They're just fantastic in concert, and they just make some great stuff. I'm a big Green Day guy. Gotta have that little emo-ness to the heart. And speaking of emo-ness to the heart, I'm a very big My Chemical Romance. Any of you people out there who love My Chemical, hold on, if you like My Chemical, let's see, right up here. Oh, look at that. There's the My Chemical right there. Always awesome. Big My Chemical Romance. Blink-182. I do like Eminem quite a bit. Eminem, I think, is the shit. I really do. Like, word, I'm white, I'm sorry. See, look at this. You already got me going about music. Either way, music is rocks. Music is awesome. I don't know what I'll talk about tomorrow. Maybe I should come up with a good spiel for tomorrow, because tonight I just wanted to talk about the show, and then I felt like that was too short, and I felt bad, so I wanted to talk more. So I talked about music. I love talking about music. Maybe I can talk about comics. Maybe I can talk about political views. That could be interesting. I could talk about, I work in retail. I could start talking about retail, but I hope I don't get fired for that. If you work in retail, shoot me your favorite or your worst retail stories. I would love to talk about them, whether it's from my point of view or whether it's a customer point of view. Let me know, because there's always horror stories in retail. Always. Either way, shoot me a message, post on there, let me know what to talk about tomorrow, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.